Infinite G at 77 months with the resubs. CLDR Valinor at 32 months. Chip 7 at 18. Aw, 18. Persian Aurora at 29 months. We got some gift subs from Neural Corruption coming in right now at 5 gift subs from Neural Corruption. Thank you. And Kana also gave 5 gift subs earlier in the stream. Cheers to you. Lodrian has resubbed for 71 months. 71. Grumpy Oldie, feeling that more and more every day, buddy. At 5 months. Days are getting longer. Yep. Solstice a couple of days ago. Sunshine is coming back. Wolfhound Lewis at 67 months. Lynx at 44 months. Sagacious Zed at 46. Manwich at 20. Yellow Mixture Guy, 36 month, a 3-year Twitch anniversary there. Banana Cabana with 37 months. Yes, well, I'll work on the pet name visibility. Nulani came in at 76 months with Nulani. Shams at 50 months. Samwise at 4 months. Terrific at 7 months. Crazed Guppy, 58-month resub over there. Thank you very much, all y'all. And that was a good way to spend a little bit of time doing that. So, Seed Ship Fleet. 20 launches. Okay. So, since it's not a one-time thing, let me get an extra landing site. Because we're clearly going to need a fair amount of resources before we can start spamming the shit out of it. But we are going to start doing that relatively soon. So, Spaceport is going to be connected to the Hyperloop. And well as the worker facilities, if I can find the sweet spot to put down. Put one over there. Honestly, I think we're going to put one here. When there's UI in the way, it doesn't let you click, which is a little annoying. Civ 6 does exactly the same thing. It's very, very, very frustrating. We'll do that. What I'm going to do over here, there's no resources right now, but look, in a second, magically, there's a bunch of resources. Abuse the hell out of those additional landing sites for all kinds of crap. And I mean, you can put them far away as well, just to bootstrap things, which would be, you know, level 1 aluminum mine. And then when that's done, you would set up a level 1 silicon mine, then your glass factory, then a solar panel, then you get your iron and carbon mine up, so you can build your steel factory. Then you get the rest of your industry, or then you get your steel factory up. Then you get your chemical, and then you make petrochemicals, and then you've got your entire base bootstrapped at that point. Since this one's not actually standalone, we can actually go ahead and start doing like the tier 3 mines, and that's going to be totally okay. I'm just going to plop down all of these various mines. I'm going to go for max level military, because I'm still a little nervous that humanity might come and ruin everything as they do. Carbon mine, chemical plants here, here, here. We'll get the silicon mines. Bam. All the free resources. We'll add some extra factories over here as well. So near the... Oh, I didn't actually set up the iron mine. So near the... Click, damn you. Again, if there's UI in the way, it just eats the input. Near the carbon and iron, we'll set up the steel factory. And then... And normally you would wait for it to all bootstrap, and you wouldn't be doing all the high-level ones. But again, we've got, like, all of our bases over here, so it's going to be fine. That was parts. We're going to do an electronics factory over here, so we can produce... We're basically producing all the things. Oh, well, we'll also set up a polymers factory. So again, that pop-up's going to be in the way, so it would eat a click. So you can shake it off if you can. And then we're going to get worker hubs. Worker hubs. Worker. 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 Maybe one more over there. And it's apparently still in the maintenance zone, which is good. And I don't have to worry about priority. I don't care what gets built in what order. Things will trickle down eventually, and that's going to be okay. Oh, but I do have to connect these hyperloops. That actually is incredibly critical. So you're going to connect over there. You're also going to connect to the middle one. Excellent. So I think those are all those connections. And then over here, we're going to connect to there. It costs material for each one of these connections. We got some whiskey and chocolate. 1 second. But it's so worth it. So worth it to get those in on the way. Future Belvala, what? Hey Quill, is a message from Future Belvala. Mars is colonized and life is good. But you know what's funny? Back in the 20th century, everyone thought we would land on Mars by 2021. I guess hindsight is 2020. Another launching pad. So let's go ahead and add some additional launching sites. And what's nice with the Hyperloop connections is they will drop off resources at either one of the two connections to finish it, which is why these connections tend to be done really fast. Like this one's already done, so it's going to go fast. I should have actually connected these Hyperloops before starting this area, but now they're connected, so it's going to go real quick. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, we're going to get a couple more ready to go over here. The only thing with spamming this much construction down is if there is anything that you want done, like, quickly, then you are going to have to make sure to, you know, do some prioritization so it happens first. Boop, 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 boop. And then we'll just wait for the next. We got a couple more mines we could put in the middle. Oh shit, power's harding again. I'm constantly surprised by this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to make this a priority so that we can get that set up. There you go. That worker hub was done. Set up the power as quickly as possible. I guess I was spoiled. The other base, by the end of it, we were like plus 900 like all the time. We had excess power. It was ridiculous. Although maybe part of it was because while we were still expanding the other base, we were also continuously scrapping mines that had expired. And so maybe here it's just like, you know, absolute, like, it's actually net growth as opposed to before. It was probably net about balance. That might be the reason. But yeah, if I want another worker, if I want anything else, like if I want this to go a little bit faster, you know what I can do? Is I can just plop down another landing site over here, because it's going to come with a few resources and its own workers, so it can start building things from the other side, in addition to spontaneously generating more minerals for us. Abuse the hell out of those additional landing sites. Oh my god, does it ever make a freaking difference? This might not come with enough resources to actually finish any of this, but it'll still help. Boop, 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 boop. On the subject of whiskey, how close are you to Washington State? Really far away, actually. We have this delicious brown sugar bourbon from Heritage Distilling. Really? Yeah, so no, I live in Ontario, so very far away from Washington State. Actually, out of curiosity, so let's say distance from, say, Seattle to Toronto on Google. Interesting. Why is it telling me this in miles? I guess because the route is starting in the United States, it's telling it to me in miles. So it's 2,500 miles. So 2,500 miles to real units is 4,000 kilometers. So in 4,000 kilometers, I mean, I know Seattle's right, you know, right on the sort of west edge, but this is good. I don't know a city smack dab in the middle of Washington State to compare to. There's okay. Our power's back up. Oh, and then we're back up to 200. This only added 100 power to the system, and somehow we ended up with crap tons more than that. So yeah, it was clearly a little bit of drift, and we'll get some batteries, but I don't want to have to rely on batteries. So we might just go crazy with a bunch more fission plants. And we still don't have any thermal indicators over here, which is interesting. Did they just go away? Did we lose the tech? Like, because they show up as little thermometers, right? There's one. So there's a thermal power site over here. I don't know. Boom, 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 boom. Tropico 6 is on sale? Nice, a new DLC. Well, a good time for me to maybe make a few Tropico videos. Kind of in the mood to still do more. Apparently I've been in builders lately. Maybe Aspera is what did it for me. But like Aspera into RimWorld and Tropico. It's been a good time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the siege ship fleet. Oh, are they still occupied? That doesn't seem right. How come I can assign Spaceport 0 and 01 to additional landing sites, but I can't assign them to the seed? Oh, because we need a space elevator! Really? Okay, so let's start working on that. I'm going to have one work on it for now. We'll probably get more. I'm a little bit worried about our carbon situation. Let's get another landing site ready to go. So we're going to need a lot more carbon production if we want to mass build a space elevator. But that's okay. Look, we can spawn carbon just by dropping additional landing sites. This will probably be the last spaceport we build for a little bit, because we'll have a total of 5. And in my personal game, I ended up building a lot more when I realized like how much you could accelerate things with these bad boys. But we'll probably build a little infrastructure first. We'll also get, not you. We're also going to get another scanner over here. That's within power range right there. That's the edge of our power. This Hyperloop is up, so please connect to that. And down here. And I think you might be able to reach some of these others over here. You can reach this one. What I would really like is if they had a button on the Hyperloop that's just like, connect to all Hyperloops within range. Just boop! Build all the connections. Heck, let's go ahead and prioritize this. It only needs one more steel, and then one worker to actually take the time to do it. So we should be able to finish this Hyperloop pretty fast, set up a few more connections, and then again, everything just flows. And yeah, I've started building them like fairly close and overlappy, and oh my god. Like, look how fast the resources move around them. But it doesn't work as just a highway. You really want a web of Hyperloops. Because even though it's fast, still only being able to move one good at a time sucks. But then when it starts using all the diagonal connections and everything, like right now, actually, our overhead's not that high. So the Hyperloops aren't, the multiple Hyperloop lanes aren't as critical. But as we continue to add more and more load to our base, the multiple Hyperloop lanes continue to just crush in terms of efficiency. We probably don't need this one at all, but you know what? Let's set it up. We're going to appreciate it. Can you spell some pig using Hyperloop? Why some pig? Must be a reference I'm not getting. I think I should really get back to Factorio. I think last time I played was somewhere around 0.16. Yeah, it's been like... Man, it's another one that's getting a lot of love. Like, it's amazing. Like, RimWorld's been getting a lot of love post 1.0. Factorio keeps getting a lot of love. It's just a great thing. Oh, no, I've never read... Oh, Charlotte's Web. I know, I have never read Charlotte's Web. It's not one of the ones that that we read in school, as you know, that where a lot of people encounter that, I think. Remember, French was my first language, so a lot of like children's-oriented English books I didn't necessarily encounter. Is there anything going to stop? Well, I don't know. Right now, we have no idea what kind of opposition we might face. Right now, it's just, well, we're going to build up and like fling some siege ships, and that's literally it. But I suspect something will happen at some point. I do want to build up this area a wee bit in a scooch to get all these mines. And yeah, I'll finish these landing sites, and then after that, I think everything's going to go into space elevator production. Thank you, autosave. Do we have a high carbon density anywhere that we know about? I thought we were getting... Oh, there we go. Just got to zoom out to the right level. Lots of carbon down here, and we do need a lot for our space elevator. So what I might do is I might drop a series of landing sites over here, build a new area, and then probably have them connect at some point through some Hyperloops, because it will be nice. It's nice when everything's in one grid. Power is once again an issue, although I think it might bounce back. Okay. Fission. Let's go crazy here. It is bouncing back as the weather changes, but I don't like this like variable power situation. I want more of our grid to basically, I want fission plants to basically generate enough power for absolutely everything, because they don't fluctuate with the weather. How's our oxygen percentage? Our O2 percentage is going up. Why is our O2 percentage going up? Is there still lichen maybe? I guess that might be the case. There's still some plant life over here. The lichen we put earlier is probably still converting CO2 to oxygen. Exterminate the plants. I mean, the theme, it did sound like Carmine wanted to reverse the terraforming. I don't know how to do that. We haven't been presented with anything like that, though, so I don't know. There you go. Get power getting set up. Yeah, things are happening so quick. Parts are going down fairly quickly, it feels like to me. Although we do have the parts factory over here, which is going to get supplied, so that should hopefully help some. It does need steel, which we have steel here, although it doesn't have any local supply right now, so the steel shipments are, you know, fairly far away, but it's going to be okay. Let's do a little upgrade of a route over there. And maybe also what I'll do is I'll upgrade the way from this Hyperloop to that steel factory.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Or put a steel factory literally right next to a Hyperloop might be a good idea. Have to boost N2. Right. So can we import just nitrogen asteroids? Or maybe it's tech we can unlock. Whiskey and chocolate from Flying Muttley. Thank you very much, Muttley. Merry Christmas to all in the Quintessential household. Thank you for keeping us entertained in what has been a less than ideal year. Here's to a better one next year. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but it would be hard for next year to be nuttier, right? I mean, peak 2020 as KFC announced that they're releasing a console this morning. Like, could it get nuttier? Yeah, I know. I don't want to jinx it. We will see. We will see. I guess there's always something. Man. Oh, you're actually out of power range over here. Here, let's update the priority on this thing. It's another fission plant. Normally, I increase my range with solar plants because they're a lot cheaper and faster to put up. But I still... We've got excess power now, but I want, like, more excess power. More power. Don't say that. I don't want dinosaur aliens on my doorstep. I don't know. They might be cool. Heck, they'd probably do a better job of running Earth than we do. It's hard to do much worse. I'm gonna finish the upgrades over here to the maximum level. You know what? I might do it this way as well. Get a nice little high-level highway between these two Hyperloops as well, and everything in between. There you go. Just wait for the last few deliveries over here. Keep building up this area. Dude, now I want dinosaur aliens on my doorstep, right? I mean, how cool would that be? If you gotta go, at least that'd be an interesting way to do it. We can do a lot of steel production over here, too. There's more carbon, more iron, which is great. I mean, we already have a steel factory over here. Another one might be okay. See, now there's steel waiting here, which is mostly a factor of the workers. What is... Why is there one dude moving really slow? I mean, it's not a very big grid. We'll add a workplace right over here. Well, this one's unpowered, so that's not going to help either. So we'll see what happens at that point. Just waiting for a little bit more resources to be delivered to this fission plant here. It'll come on. This worker hub will start working, which will help this area out a little bit. Hashtag Quill did nothing. Power to Quill. No, man. Just give me ultimate power. It's going to be fun. I promise I won't abuse it. Pinky swear. Probably, maybe. I don't know. Alright, just let a couple more constructions finish here. But yeah, this is going to be a great, great, great area for some expansioning. And a bunch more carbons, which we need for our space elevator. So I think what's going to happen is, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop down the mines first to make sure that I don't accidentally build something that blocks a mine, which is always annoying when you have to unbuild it and then rebuild it afterwards, and like, what a pain in the ass, right? So we're going to get a worker hub here, here. I want these interconnections, and then one here, and then I'm going to build a Hyperloop just on the other side. And it'll have 3 connections, which is going to be great. And this area is not going to have power, but I will just expand power with some solar farms, like so. And what I'll do here is I'll prioritize this worker, and then the solar farms, because none of this will work without the solar farms. But we don't want the mines without the workers either. I guess this worker hub as well. At least this one will be in power range, which is going to be nice. So we can do that. We can put down one other steel factory over here. And then maybe parts. Parts needs what again? It needs steel and aluminum. Unfortunately, there's no aluminum right there, but there's aluminum here. So this actually becomes a great place to put down. So maybe we'll do a couple of steel factories there, a couple of parts factories right next to it. Because that actually should produce fairly well. Okay, so this is built but doesn't have power. This is built. We can get rid of that. And then as soon as this powers up, this worker hub will function. So it's got everything it needs. Just needs a worker to actually finish the job here. There it is. We can remove the priority. So this is now going to work. So we're going to get extra workers. Well, as soon as the workers get produced, which we're nearly there. I think we only have one worker factory, but I think it's fine as long as it's constantly being supplied. What would be the best animal to mutate into? Golden retriever, rabbit, rhino, crow, raven. I agree with Cry MCN. I'm sure I'm supposed to parse that a different way, but I definitely agree with Cry. First of all, I would definitely want to be something that flies. And, like, a corvid, they're so smart and interesting. Although, I mean, it would suck not having, like, you know, full manipulation hands. They do pretty impressive stuff with their beak. Oh, Crimson? Oh, no. Cry MCN. Is this supposed to be Crimson? Really? Looks like Crimson. Oh, Crimson? Alright. Alright, I'll give it to you. I mean, it's your name, so I'll give it to you, but... Cookie Monster. Now, see, I like that interpretation. Now, water should be fine. We do use... Actually, do we use water for anything? I was going to say we use it for polymer production, but that's not true. We use chemicals.
Whiskey and chocolate.
But I think that's about it. Mm-hmm. It's whiskey and chocolate. Bitter Ashes. Hey, thank you, Bitter. Longtime viewer both on Twitch and YouTube, but first-time donation and subscription. Good Yule from Sweden. Well, thank you very much. Tak. Thank you very much. Man, I miss going to Sweden. I miss going everywhere. Mm-hmm. I know. Hashtag first world problems. It's true. It's 100% true. But it doesn't stop the fact that I miss it. Sweden is awesome. You miss going. Yeah, you're right. I miss going. I miss going out of the house. I miss going to restaurants. I miss going to the frickin' mall. I haven't been to the mall since, like, March, I think. Mm-hmm. You got no snow this year? Well, Persian, I have to say, it is nice to get a little snow in December. The problem is, the snow will stick around until April here. As a Finn, I must say that Finland is nicer. That is required. I know that's... You have no choice. You have to say that. It's like just an automatic response. I've never been to Finland though, and I really want to. Keep hoping at some point I get invited to go see the Colossal Order studios in Finland, because that would be awesome. Okay, there we go. Power is up over here, so this place is functional. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to emphasize the Hyperloop now. I want the Hyperloop up before the mines, and then I'll stop microing this area. Because then once the Hyperloop is up, everything will feel great here. Although, if some mines just happen to get built along the way, that's fine. But the Hyperloop is the most important thing. Then maybe I'll let the mines start happening, and then what I'll do is I'll build our factories. We'll want the aluminum mines as well for the parts. Or the electronics. Whatever. I don't remember. For things. I think for the parts. Yeah.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Oh, whiskey and chocolate. Who dat? Hey, it's no one! Hey, no one. Mugs. We need some dwarven mugs again. I know. We need to do some Dwarf Fortress against Doom. I'm starting to get that itch. Right? All the builder games I'm playing. Right? This, RimWorld, Tropico. You know that's just building up for some Dwarf Fortress. I was hoping the Steam version was going to be up by now, because that's sort of kind of what I've been waiting for, but we may have to do a non-Steam run first. I don't know. P.S. Your chocolate is coming, but they misplaced the order. Likely there next week. Hello. Oh, that sounds good. Thank you. Steel is dropping. It is really dropping. You're right. Now, part of it is we did queue up a ton of these highways to get built, and they burn through steel aggressively. Which is going to also happen when I set up this Hyperloop, but it is going to be important and worthwhile. I'm going to queue them up. We do have some steel production going. I think I can reach over here and there. Frick it, I'm going to do it. I don't care. As many highways as we can. This place is producing steel, although, well, it's waiting for the carbon, but it might just slow us down. It's not like when we run out of food with the other one and it's like, oh my god, everyone's going to leave. It's going to hurt so much. We've got tons of iron and carbon. Hopefully it's being supplied to the steel factory quickly. And it is. This thing is oversupplied, which is great. And as soon as it's producing steel, it's getting pulled out of there, which means our logistics is working beautifully. That's excellent. And so now that this is up, the highways are built, what I'm planning on doing is right here, I'm going to put down 2 steel factories. Boom. Boom. Because it's right next to some... Actually, hold on. I'm going to put one there, but I'm going to put one in the middle of all of these carbon and iron farms, because these mines. Yeah, we're going to mine some iron, boys! So we're going to put a steel factory in the middle here, and another one over here. and that one's going to be next to a parts factory. I'm just going to let these two finish. And then we're going to build, I think, 2 parts factories over here. We'll build the aluminum because they actually don't compete really with the steel mines for this. We can get more carbon over here too, which is nice. Plus more iron if we were worried about that. We don't have a ton of iron in our stockpiles. They're getting basically turned into steel right away. Which, I mean, is good. How's our aluminum? Okay. Put that over here. Not the greatest connection. I think we're going to want to make sure to get another worker hub in this area. Thank you very much.